Welcome, listener, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the thrilling world of sports anime, specifically Aoashi.
That's right. Big news dropped recently.
Exactly. We've got some incredible announcements via hypermanga to unpack. Our mission, cut through the noise, highlight what's really significant for, fans and maybe newcomers too.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Okay, let's jump right in. The biggest news, the one really rocking the anime world, it's official. Aoashi gets a second season.
Yeah. Set for 2026, they even shared a new visual. Looks
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it does. But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. It's not just like a straight continuation. There's a twist.
You're talking about the studio change, right?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Exactly.
So season 1 was production IG. Really polished work, great character detail.
Right. Known for that.
But season 2, that's being handled by TMS Entertainment. And that's a pretty significant shift.
TMS, okay. They've done some huge stuff. Dr. Stone, Lupin the Third.
Detective Conan, too.
Yeah.
A massive portfolio. So this really raises questions, doesn't it? About the animation style, the emphasis.
Yeah.
Are they going to lean more into action, maybe?
That's what I was thinking. That studio switch feels huge. For listeners maybe not tracking the industry super closely, what kind of changes might we actually see? Especially in those soccer sequences.
Well, production IG, they nailed the subtle expressions, the realistic movement,
Totally.
TMS, though, they often bring this, high energy, almost explosive feel to action. Think about Ashito's eagle eye vision.
Oh, yeah.
How might TMS visualize that? Maybe make it even more dizzying, more immersive.
Kinetic, maybe.
Exactly. Kinetic is a good word. It's a calculated risk, definitely. But it could seriously amplify the drama on the field. Every shot, every tackle could feel, bigger, pushing the boundaries visually.
Okay, interesting. So before we get deeper into the story implications, maybe a quick recap for anyone new. What's Aoashi all about?
Good idea.
It centers on Ashito Aoi. He's a third-year middle schooler from Ikemi Prefecture.
Right. He's got this incredible raw soccer talent, just undeniable.
He's also very straightforward, maybe a bit reckless, gets him into trouble sometimes.
Yep. And his life really pivots after this major setback he has. He runs into Tatsuya Fukuya.
The coach from Tokyo City Asperion, the big J-League youth team.
Exactly. Fukuya sees that raw potential, that something special in Ashito, and invites him to Tokyo for tryouts.
And that basically kicks off his whole journey, right? The tough road to becoming a pro player.
That's the core of it.
Yeah.
Season 1 aired back in April 2022. Crunchyroll streamed it widely.
Akira Satu directing, Masahiro Yokotani on scripts.
Yeah, and what really made it stand out, I think, was the realism.
Yeah.
They actually brought in soccer experts.
Oh, right. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, to make sure the tactics, the plays, everything felt authentic. Not just cool looking, but like real soccer.
Yeah.
That level of detail. It made a huge difference in a pretty crowded genre.
It really hits different because of that detail, doesn't it? Okay, so let's connect this back to the source. The anime adapts the Aoashi manga.
Created by Yugo Kobayashi. Started way back in January 2015 in Weekly Big Comic Spirits. Based on an original idea by Naihiko Ueno.
And the manga has been a monster hit in Japan. Over 15 million copies sold. That's huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
And it won Best General Manga at the Shogakukan Manga Awards, too, the 65th ones. That's a really big deal, a major honor.
Wow. Okay. So this leads us to, more huge news, right? About the manga itself.
Yes. Another really significant development. The official Aoashi Twitter revealed the manga is ending.
Ending, really?
Yeah, it's set to conclude with Chapter 407.
Wow, 410. Do we know where it's at now?
As of April 11th, the creator, Kobayashi-san, said he was working on Chapter 406, so it's getting close.
Okay, so the end is definitely in sight.
And the final volume will be Volume 40. Volume 39 just came out recently.
So, okay, the manga is wrapping up just as Season 2 gets announced by a new studio. That timing feels important, doesn't it? What does that mean for the anime story? For you, the listener?
It's a massive turning point. Think about it. Often, anime adapting ongoing manga, they run into problems, right?
Yeah, filler arcs, or just stopping awkwardly.
Exactly. Catching up too fast, weird endings. But here, with the manga's finish line clearly marked out.
TMS can actually plan for a complete story.
Precisely. They can craft a definitive arc for Ashido. Cover the whole journey, probably right through the final volumes, without needing to guess or invent stuff.
So, less uncertainty. Potentially a much more cohesive ending on screen.
It's a pretty exciting position for an adaptation to be in, actually. Quite rare.
Okay, so looking at the big picture, 2026 is shaping up to be huge for Aoashi, a major convergence. Anime Season 2, Manga finale.
Yeah, if you step back, the manga concluding, a new season from a different dynamic studio. It really feels like a new era for the franchise. One that promises, maybe for the first time, a truly complete vision from start to finish.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? Well, it promises that complete story arc we just talked about, satisfaction. Plus, you get the excitement of a fresh creative take.
Right.
So here's something to think about. How might TMS Entertainment's specific style, that energy, that dynamism, how might that enhance or even, like, reinterpret the final crucial moments of Ashido's journey? Especially now that we know exactly where the manga is headed.
That's the big question, isn't it? How will that new style portray the climax of his story?
Definitely something to look forward to and speculate about. We'll be keeping a close eye on it.